Hi friends, it's Pastor Eric again, and I wanted to share some questions with you based on our reading and sermon from yesterday's service. Remember, it comes from Romans 16, 24, 25, 26, and 27. So if you haven't read it yet, make sure you get to that now. Question number 1, it goes like this. How were you expecting Paul to finish out his biggest work? Think about what were your expectations for Paul's finishing up here? And then ask, why did you have those expectations? Explore that together. 2, when you hear the word maturity, what do you think and feel? Maybe mature audiences only, or Modern Maturity Magazine, which I believe is out of print now. Maybe someone over age 50. Someone maybe stuck up and looking down on you. What do you think and feel when you hear the word maturity? 3, what is the secret now revealed to maturity for the disciple of Jesus? What's the secret? Well, I want you to think of Paul's theme here in Romans. And if you need more help, look back at chapter 1, verses 1 through 18 for those hints. You'll see he says much the same thing in both today's reading and at the beginning of chapter 1. That will give you the answer to number 3. What is the secret to maturity for the disciple of Jesus? 4, in what areas are you rooted too shallow to be of much help to anyone else? Think about it. Be honest. And if you're in a group setting, just be honest with each other a little bit. It is okay. Other people struggle much the same way you do. In what areas are you rooted too shallow to be of much help to others? And here's some examples. Maybe it's by way of doctrine or teaching. You just don't quite know. You've spent your life maybe sort of gathering bits and pieces here and there from maybe folks' Facebook feeds or Christian music, and you realize you don't quite know what you believe about anything. So maybe it's doctrinal. Maybe it's emotional. Maybe it's service or care for the needy. Maybe it's counseling. You know, someone shares something hard and you rush right in and you grab them by the throat and you say, this is what you should do. Well, that's not really helpful, but how do you grow in that way? How about leading? Maybe leading is something that you struggle with because you just assume that everyone follows whatever you do or say, and that's not really the way the gospel helps us to lead. What about hospitality? Or something sort of more mundane like administration? It's actually in the scriptures, if you know your New Testament. Or what about vices? The vices work against our maturity as well. I'll name just a few. Lust, pride, coveting, bitterness, gossip, or yes, feelings of racial superiority. They do exist. So, that question again, in what areas are you rooted too shallow to be of much help to others? 5, our last question. How will you be more mature in Jesus' gospel by August than you are today? How will you be more mature in Jesus' gospel by August than you are today? What's your plan? How can you get help from others to make that plan succeed? I assure you, that is God's will for your life. And it's good to mature in Jesus. It's also the only way we know how to live this life. So I encourage you to make a plan and to honor Jesus growing in his gospel this summer. Thanks.